Hey everybody, how we doing tonight? J-Mac here with you. Man, the whole group is here tonight. It's the Four Bros radio show. Tonight it's the whole group radio show. Everyone's here. Well, except Dragon Viper, but that guy, I think he's come on like one time in the last year. So
yeah.
He's the brother we don't love.
What? One thing you can say is
that's not exactly true, Big B. I mean, we all love Dragon Viper.
Do we love to hate him?
I was going to say that.
I like that. And I got to tell you, I'm pretty happy tonight. Anyone want to know why I'm happy tonight? Can anyone guess why I'm happy?
Did you get laid?
Because the Mets won.
No,
they lost.
They lost. And I love it because I had to hear from a certain Mets fan how they're better than the Braves. They have better pitching because their supposed ace of their club and Max Scherzer gave up 4 home runs in the game.
Have we checked that said Mets fan to make sure he's okay?
He hasn't said anything in a couple of days. I don't know if he's in the. Someone should maybe go in his closet and make sure he's not hanging himself or something.
Well, Chris, you live the closest.
Yeah.
It's just great to me that the Mets are losing. I like it so much. The only thing that make it better is if that the Phillies would have lost too, but they didn't. They came back in the 9th inning. By the way, they were losing most of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, so we have to hear from a certain fan on how the Phillies are going to take it all, huh?
No.
Yeah, but
the Phillies play in the first round.
That's
the Cardinals.
Yeah, dang it.
But it's best of 3, so the Cardinals just have to win 2 in a row to move on. What the hell? That's not supposed to be on there. Who put that on there? I might have hit it when I went through there. Anyway, let's start tonight by talking about. Let's let Mess Around talk about it. Mess Around, what's happening tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning, I'm so excited, even though it's, I have to get up early to make the road trip up to go see the Oregon women's football team and hopefully get to catch some interviews with the players, and should be a great time.
It's going to be a lot of fun. I had a meeting with the owner a couple nights ago, and he's excited. Great things coming. I can't give it away because I can't tell you the things that are happening. Only because if they don't happen, I don't want anyone to get their hopes up that they're going to happen. This is what I can tell you 100% for sure, though, is what is changing this year is that this year is what they're considering. The WFA is considering a trial professional run this year for the Women's Football League. So after this year's important because after this year, the top 24 teams in the WFA, wherever they finish in the rankings, and remember, Oregon last year finished in that top 24 at the end of the season. So if you finish in that top 24, that would put you into being a professional team next year, which means your players would start getting paid and you would start getting subsidized from the league. So it's a huge year for the WFA this year.
Any chance we get Mess Around to line up at D-back, cornerback, and see how many times he gets burned?
Dude, anybody that knows Mess Around does not run.
Because he's always messing around with something.
That's why Mess Around's always the all-time quarterback when he plays football.
Yeah. I'll tell you what's going to be funny is if they let other people line up, those girls don't mess around, so they're probably going to get destroyed.
I want to see Mess Around try to double fake somebody on the same play.
Yeah, that only happens once in a lifetime.
Right.
Once in a lifetime. But that's happening in the morning. Check us out. It'll start at 10 o'clock Pacific. 10 o'clock Pacific. So 1 o'clock Eastern, noon Central. noon Central. So that
And how
will
long are
be
you guys
going.
going for? Do you know, or just
I think at least a couple hours. They're
Okay.
gonna do drills and stuff in the morning. Go through all of those. So we're gonna be live with that. There's like a banquet that we'll be live at because there will be the coach Chuck Hoffman will be talking. He's the general manager and the owner also, but then some of the coaching staff will talk. We'll have an opportunity. They want us to get up and say some words about what we're going to do and introduce who we are. So that'll all.
You mean I have to talk in front of people? Good Lord.
Hey, I might as well tell you right here while we're on the air that you're going to have to do that. So, but then you got Mr. Buckgrunt down there. I think this one called me tonight, Buckgrunt.
Yeah, sorry. I'm putting stuff in my mouth, and that came out wrong.
I'm
You got
playing stuff in my mouth? That's
I'm
wrong.
playing stuff in my mouth.
All right, TikTok.
That's what she said.
Yeah, good to know. Let's go through the rest of the finals. So Seattle
Yeah.
won a playoff game.
Can I
Believe it
say
or
something
not.
about this? Can I please
you can.
say? I'll
It's
just
your
say,
team. Take it away.
Big B, crispy bacon, mess around Dave. How are the playoffs going, baby?
No shit.
Well, we're
Unusual.
talking about next year if
It's-
we're talking to me.
It's been over 7,400 days since the Mariners played. It was like a national holiday here in Washington. It was. It
So
brought
do they
tears.
got more? So they got more playoff wins than the Cowboys in that span?
Close.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They got more playoff wins than Dak Prescott, but not with Cooper Rush. So
Hold on, I got to say one more thing about the Mets, just because. Since 1990, by the way, I got to give you the leaders of who's won the NL East since 1990. So Atlanta's now won it 17 times since 1990, and the Pirates won it 3 times since 1990, and the Pirates haven't played in the NL East since 1995.
Wow.
Wow.
And the Mets have won it twice since 1990. So the Pirates have more wins in the NL East, more division titles in the NL East since 1990 than the Mets do, and they haven't played there in 30 years. So
Wow, that's insane.
you know what? This brings awesome because I remember doing the sports compound. Crispy Bacon was on it on that morning, and we were talking about the NL East on who was going to win it. Both Chris and I were talking about the Braves. Then this one Mets fan was like, his name is, I'm going to go by the name as Frank the Tank. And he was telling Chris and I we were over our heads picking the Braves to win that. You know what? Frank the Tank, who won that? Who won that division? Come on.
well, yeah. By the way, go through the other finals. So, of course, the Padres beat the Mets. That made us all happy. At least
Yay.
made me happy, for sure. And then also the Phillies beat the Cardinals. So
Oh.
you got, and then the Guardians beat the Rays. So you have the
Really?
Guardians.
Wow.
The Guardians up 1-0, the Phillies up 1-0, the Mariners up 1-0, and the Padres leading in those respective.
Speaking of the
Series.
Guardians, I'm really happy they won because they haven't been there in a while since that when they went to series against the Cubs. And the Rays are always there. They always end up in the ALCS. And so I hope Cleveland wins that series.
Yeah, I think it'd be good for a good pick me up for their franchise also.
Yeah.
So I think that'd
Well, it'd be
awesome.
good for the Central because everybody picked the Central not to have team make it after the first round. So
Yeah. Just to give you some updated scores. Let's try that again. For college football, there is 4 college football games on tonight. Nebraska beat Rutgers 14-13. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Nebraska won a game after they get rid of Scott
2
Frost.
games,
Isn't
I
that
thought.
amazing?
2 games, right?
Yeah. And Houston beat Memphis 33-32. So both of those were 1-point games. Right now, San Jose State, with 9:24 left in the fourth quarter, is running all over UNLV. The score is 40-7.
Wow.
The running rebels getting run up on.
So
And,
no
and Colorado State, who I got to tell you, Colorado State, by the way, this last week got ranked the second worst team in the entire country. Okay, this last week, the only team worse than them, I believe, was New Mexico State.
Really?
This last week, yeah. And
How about that thing that Crispy shared with that college team won like 222 to nothing or something?
Yep, that's this day in history. That's crazy. But Colorado State's beating Nevada right now 14-7.
Oh wow.
With 14-13 left in the fourth quarter. So maybe Colorado State's not as bad as everyone voted them out to be. The thing that Mess Around is talking about is it was on this day. I got to find the year because I don't want to get
It was
the
like
year wrong.
1916, I believe.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
1916. The day of my
They're up
grandpappy.
like 129 to nothing at halftime or something.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the game where the losing team like pretty much had to find like 20 some guys to play because everybody got suspended or something?
Something like that. But it was on this day, October 7th, 1916, so 106 years ago today, that Georgia Tech beat Cumberland College 222 to nothing in the most lopsided victory in college football history.
Or football.
When you
in
said
general.
when I first saw that, I thought it said cucumber.
It's awesome. It's awesome. I thought it was cute.
Hey, does that school exist to this day, or are they no
I
longer?
believe so.
Cumberland College? They're still
Just
around.
go to the produce. Just go to the produce section. You'll find a cucumber.
I don't believe Cumberland College has had a football team in about 50 years now. So that was back when every college had a football team because there wasn't that many colleges with one.
Was that the game that ended their college or their football program?
I mean, probably.
Yeah, because if I remember it, I read the article. We talked about it before, and I think that school, for some reason, the football team got suspended or dismantled or something, and they still wanted to play a game, so they picked like 20 guys to show up, and and the rest is history.
Yeah. All right, sticking with football, we're going to jump to the NFL. You guys know what I'm going to bring up because we have
your crappy shirt you're wearing?
No. You shut your mouth.
You know what? I'll put stuff in your mouth.
I didn't say to put stuff in your mouth, Tim. I said shut your mouth. There's a difference.
Hey,
if I wanted to put something in your mouth, I would have said open wide. But so what I want to bring up is anyone else sick of watching the Broncos?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
No, actually, no, I am not.
They're awful.
I know they're awful, but I never thought Russell Wilson was a great quarterback and stuff because he was always protected by a defense in Seattle, and now he's showing his true colors. And I know he acts as a personable guy, like on social media and that stuff. But I've seen it firsthand that he's not very personable. So you know what? I'm glad he's struggling. And
so what you're saying is he's a dick.
Yeah, he robbed the Broncos $245 million. So yeah.
Dude, does he even have like 5 total touchdowns this year?
He's got 4 touchdown passes this year.
Oh my
4.
God!
Yeah.
Well,
you know
he wants
what really
to be a
helped
baseball
out?
player, so he's doing baseball scores.
Well, no,
so there you go.
just saying. Here's a PSA. Anyone that's looking for a non-offensive Halloween costume, go as Russell Wilson because there's no offense right now. There will be no offense from any of that.
What
That's
are
for
they
sure.
averaging? 13 points a game or 15 points a game or something?
Yeah, it's something ridiculous.
Well, when you got receivers like he had to say like Metcalf and Lockett, it's hard not to put up
Dude,
those numbers.
he's
he doesn't
got-
have that Denver.
he's got Jerry Jeudy and Cortland Sutton. I'm not saying they're on their level, so don't get me wrong with that.
Yeah.
But he's got two legitimate number ones. They're still both number one receivers. They're not on the level I get with DK Metcalf. I'm not arguing that point, messing around, but he still has very capable receivers.
Yeah, he actually has a running game in Denver where he didn't have a running game in Seattle.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bold statement, Nate. That would be early. A first-year coach.
When
Did
you
you
got a
say
coach
Nate?
like that has to go out and hire someone to tell him what to do during the games, that tells you all you need to know about the coach.
Anyone know where Nathaniel Hackett was the OC of last year, by the way?
I do.
Was it Dallas because they didn't win?
No, it was Green Bay, wasn't it?
Yep.
It was Green Bay.
Yeah.
How did that work out for Green Bay?
Well, because that was the whole thing that Rodgers was going to go to Denver in the offseason.
Right? They were going to be
But
a package deal.
Yeah.
But I think he looked at how Hackett was last year and he was like, "Yep, that I'm fine. I'll just stay here."
Right?
Yeah.
Smarty did.
But the thing is one, how do you not go for it late in the game with 1 yard to go? I mean, and for Russell Wilson, I mean, granted, like him or dislike him, he's been in the league forever. You'd think if he saw something in the play, he would call an audible to get the first down or something. So the coach and the quarterback aren't on the same page.
Well, Russell Wilson is a veteran, and he should have known to run it. I mean, look what happened during the Super Bowl against the Patriots.
Oh, do we need to go back that far? I mean,
we're going. Yeah, so
Yeah.
Well, I saw. By the way, speaking of that, I saw someone made a TikTok meme about that. If you guys haven't watched it, you should. It's hilarious.
I
can break it down, the gist of it for you, but the OC is up in the
I see that. That's funny stuff.
And it was after Marshawn Lynch just ran it. He's like, "Yeah, we got beast mode, baby, beast mode." Hey,
I think I've seen that one before.
You know what, guys? We should just pass it this time. Let's just throw the ball. And then they line up and he's like, "No, wait. Hello, can you hear me? I was kidding. I'm joking. No, run the ball. Don't pass the ball. Run the ball."
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you're gonna run or if you're gonna pass in that, why would you not do a play action pass?
I seen another TikTok thing where the OC was like, it'd be really funny here if we didn't run the ball and we decided to throw it and it got picked up. And then it got picked up. He's like, I was just kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
I still say if what's his name would have come up with that pick Clint, he would have taken it to the house because there was nobody in his way.
Oh no, there was nobody. Christy Wilson's here. She says that Thursday night game was a total joke. All the Thursday night games this year have been a total joke. And let me ask you, more than just the games, okay?
The first week wasn't a total joke. I mean, the game was lopsided, but it wasn't this bad.
Okay. Well, but let me ask you, is it just me or is Prime Video really failing us on Thursday night? Because
I think the
graphics aren't even that great. It's awful.
I can't tell you because I've been at work and I can't watch it.
I'll just say that I think the NFL messed up by going to Prime because they're not getting the viewers. Not everybody's subscribed to Prime, so.
Yep.
Well, and you know what's the worst is that even the places you would normally go to watch the game, they're not subscribed to Prime either.
Yep.
Right.
So, I didn't go there to watch the game last night, but we had some running around to do. We ended up at Applebee's to eat dinner, so we're there. And usually, if you show up on a Thursday night, they got the game on. They were playing the game that was on the NFL Network that was a replay because they don't have Prime Video to be able to watch to turn the game on. So
I think the biggest thing is that Prime probably should have. I mean, I know you want the limelight, the big game, but I think they should have just did like national coverage or pick a game a week to put on there to get all the kinks figured out and then push to get the Thursday night games.
So what they do, and I agree, but what they do is say you're in Indianapolis, but you don't have Prime. They're going to show it on national TV, on your local channel.
They don't hear.
Not here.
I know, but I'm saying for your team that's playing on Thursday night.
No, yeah. So I agree.
Right.
Right, Chris. I understand it if your team is playing, right?
But if you just want to watch
but
it,
we
just
live in
because, you can't.
we live in Oregon.
Right.
Yeah.
So the only team we're ever going to watch on Thursday night is Seattle, and who wants to watch that?
We'll get Seattle. We'll get the Niners. We get a lot of Niners and Rams games here.
Yeah, but I know what you're saying, and you
Tell
are
me
right,
about
Chris.
it.
They will show it on your local channel, but you have to be in the market, and not all of us can live right in the middle of the market like Chris does, like right in the middle of Texas, where everything's bigger in Texas, so Texas gets everything, just like California. Do you know that everyone in the South hates Texas, just like everyone in the West hates California? It's the same thing.
Right. Just,
Isn't it California like all the West Coast?
I mean, pretty much. I heard that the three governors went to a summit together today, and I'm like, well, that's awesome. That's great.
So the mom and the wife and the son. Okay.
Okay, we're not getting into all that. That's for sure.
Sorry.
All right, Rose. Chris, why don't you run some ads real quick, and we'll be right back on the Four Bros Radio. Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160-920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. Thanks for that, Chris. Don't forget to go there. That's what keeps the lights on, pays the bills, and keeps us bringing great stuff to you. Just a programming reminder, we'll be with the Oregon Cougars tomorrow. You're going to want to watch that. Going to be a great time. Sunday, of course, is Morning Tailgate. Fastly becoming one of the most popular shows on the network, by the way. I have to tell you that. I hear a lot about Morning Tailgate. A lot of people liking it. So,
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great show. And let's see. So we talked about the NFL. We talked about college. We talked about baseball. I'm not ready to talk about basketball yet.
Hockey
It's
started.
still
today.
preseason. Hockey, huh?
I'm going to say hockey and NBA in preseason.
well, the one thing
No.
about basketball that I did, it's not really about the games, but LeBron James came out and said he wants to own a team in Vegas because they have the best fans in the world. What does that say about his own team's fans? That's kind of messed up.
Everyone's a great fan in Vegas because everyone's getting drunk and showing their tits. Like, just say it.
Even me. I mean, come on. I'm the main attraction on Tuesday nights.
Uh,
I'm not sure who this. Let's see, Haram Ram. Anyway, thanks for watching. I don't really know what your comment means, but something auto parts. Own an auto parts store, dude. Hit us up. We'll give you an ad on the network. It's going to cost you though.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Draymond
Nope.
punch a teammate. Why am I not surprised by that?
Yeah. I saw the video of that, and
For
I don't
Jordan
know
Poole, right?
what happened, but it was a solid punch.
Not surprised. Let's see. What else should we talk about tonight? Let's do some therapy. We haven't had Sarge on in a while, and he's always got some great stories.
Oh,
Well, we
boy.
haven't had this Sarge on. We've had Mario Sarge on, but we haven't had
That's
Right.
true.
the original
We've
Sarge
had
on.
Warren Sasso Sargon too.
Yeah. So about that, it came to a point where it was like a happy wife and a happy life scenario with a stash on that one. But
Oh, she wanted some tickling, huh?
she didn't like the tickling. Let's put it that way. I got the ultimatum last week. Let's put it that way. I got the ultimatum last week, but the good news is I got a new ID card, and the stash is on that card.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
You have it forever. That's great.
I have
That's
it
great.
forever, or whenever it expires and so forth. But you know what? I do miss it because I was gonna be in Montoya from Princess Bride for Halloween this year, and that kind of ruined everything. So,
Indigo Montoya.
and you killed my father, Papa, to die.
After pets you die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarge, any
Inconceivable.
therapy? Sarge, any therapy, or is that your therapy for the night?
I don't know, guys. I'm just happy that I'm back on for a little bit because I'm going to go back in hibernation. So,
Okay. Chris,
Yeah.
we got some questions.
Okay.
We got
Oh,
some
yeah.
questions.
yeah.
What's it feel like to be bringing home the bacon?
Feels good. Feels good to do something, kind of on your own and bringing home something and, just doing a living, making a living.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
this your first ever job, Crispy?
It is.
How many girl phone numbers do you have now?
None,
And he's
none
got a
so far.
supervisor. So, is it cannibalism if you're bringing home the bacon?
I don't.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know.
Gosh dang it. This is why we miss you being on the show. You bring the entertainment.
No doubt. No doubt. You asked the great questions. Messerum, what do you got for us? Well, how you got yourself in hot water lately?
Hot water. No,
Lukewarm?
everything's been pretty good on the home front. I've even got permission to go interview some lady football players, so I don't know how that
But
happened.
see what he won't tell you, and he'll tell me all about it tomorrow, I'm sure. But what he won't tell you live on the air is that's why he hasn't gotten in hot water all week, because he doesn't want her to come out and be like, well, guess what? Now you're not going.
Hey, best round.
So-
No good games. No good games. Don't do that.
Right? Good game.
Right? Yeah. Hey, Big B, what do you got, man? You got anything this week?
Not just nothing. Home life, work life. Kind of stressful this week. Being where I'm at for my job, we kind of reclassify players. So people that get downgraded get upset and curse us out daily, and but part of the job, and so it's just been kind of stressful at work.
So James is asking, you guys ever had a boss you can't stand working with? He's having that issue now.
Oh God,
Oh,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
my
that
whole
one guy here on Coast. No, I'm just kidding.
he wears a green shirt that says Packers. I mean, but yeah, like with my profession, like I deal with it daily. You just gotta roll with the punches. I mean,
No,
Yeah.
my
I
question
had
is,
this one
My-
assistant manager when I worked at Walmart, total dick. Couldn't stand the guy.
sorry I fired you. Okay.
I know, Jesus.
my question to James would be, what can't you stand about him? Does he like micromanage? Does he just sit in his office and boss people around because he's got the title? Or, I guess that would be the ground root first. But I think we've all had a boss that we just can't stand working with for some reason.
Oh man, that is like I would love to answer this question, but I think I could get in serious trouble with that. So
Why? Your wife listening? I mean,
well, there's that, and there's what my profession is. So, yeah.
Right?
All
Crispy,
right.
how's your boss treat you? Is he or she pretty cool?
Yeah, he's pretty nice. He's pretty nice. My dad used to work where I'm working, so it's kind
Oh,
of,
all right.
I guess, kind of easy transition. So
Hey, you're putting
Yeah,
in a
but it's been a
family
while
loom
since I
there.
worked
It's like
there.
a family heritage that's happening. That's awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
James' comment, I mean, yeah, a boss that comes in and tries to throw his weight around and change everything, yeah, it can be very stressful. And,
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah, that is tough to deal with.
Yeah. James, you could private text me on that one. I mean, like I deal with it on a daily basis.
Yeah. Treats everyone like dirt. Yeah. I don't like those kind of managers.
No.
No.
I've always been in the realm of, when I'm in charge of people, it's like, you work for me, I don't work for you, because I could figure out, you could figure out how to do my job for a day, but I couldn't do this all without you here. So
Exactly. That's the whole
Talking
thing.
about-
I mean,
Whoa, I am totally opposite of that one because I was like, yeah, you work for me, and I can find out a way I can fire you. So
What do you think your employees would say about you as a manager, J Mac?
Me?
Yeah.
I've actually asked this question before, and I'm told that I'm fair. I'm a fair manager. If you ask me a question, you know the answer you're going to get. So if you ask me a stupid question, you know I'm going to give you a stupid answer.
Right.
And I'm going to, and they tell me that I don't pull any punches. So if you ask me something that I've answered already, I'm probably going to be like, well, maybe you should go back to our conversation we had 3 months ago about that and remember what I had to say.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I know. I'm kind of that fair guy that's like, I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm not, I tell them all the time. I tell people all the time, I'm not Willy Wonka and I don't sugarcoat shit. So if you don't want my opinion, don't ask for it because I'm going to tell you how it is. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that you're a great employee if you're not a great employee. So,
That's awesome. You kind of stay true to who you are because you're like that outside of work too. So,
yeah. Well, thanks for noticing. But yeah, I mean, you're right. I am. He just said, I'm just keeping my distance, but it's hard to do working 14-hour shifts daily. It does get tough doing that.
Yeah.
All right.
yeah,
So it's
does.
J-Max Roulette. We got just a few minutes left here. And
Oh, I got all
So-
that, boys.
okay. Anyway, so what I have in front of me is something a little different. Is I have the top 100 greatest movies of all time according to MIBD.
ooh,
MIDB. Okay. So
Okay.
I'm going to give you little clues and you're going to guess. And basically, we're going to go on a point system. If you get one correct, and it's in the top 25, you'll get a point plus a bonus point, and the first one to 5 points wins. Sounds fair?
Okay.
Yeah, it's like the.
you're
All right,
calling on
let's
people,
go.
or are we just shouting
Say-
out what we know?
Yeah, we can just do it. We'll kind of do it Jeopardy style. Say your name if you think you know the answer. And,
say my name. Say my name.
Say my
Yeah.
name. Say my name. Say my name.
So,
Bye bye.
Jesus Christ.
Did you just combine two songs together? That's awesome.
He did.
I'm glad I'm
All
not
right.
the only one that caught that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, you know what's funny is the other day at work they were playing some bangers, like 90s bangers, like just songs I listened to in middle school and
Yep.
high school. And
I love those things.
Oh man, I'm like, and all the young people at work are like, the hell is wrong with you? Like this is old people's music.
Oh,
I'm like,
well-
I is old people, okay?
Or
It's like-
when you're listening to music and all of a sudden they play that one song you haven't heard it in years.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like when you're listening to the oldie station and play a song when you're a kid, you know you're officially old when that happens.
Well, I was told you're officially old when you go in the grocery store, and the grocery store is playing all the music you used to listen to, and you know all
Yeah.
the songs in the grocery store.
Right.
Okay, so the first movie.
So we got to guess the movie and where it ranked, and if we're right, we get a point.
No, I think just guess the movie, and if it's
You just got to guess the
25.
movie,
Okay.
and if it's in the top 20. I mean, you know what? That's better though. Big B. Let's have you guess if it's in the top 25 or not. Let's do that. Top 25,
Okay.
yes or no. And if you get that right, you get an extra point. So this movie, let's go with the year it came out. Let's start with that. This movie came out in 1975. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
So here is the caption of the movie. In the fall of 1963, a Korean War veteran and criminal pleads insanity and is admitted to a mental institution where he rallies up the scared patients against the tyrannical nurses.
Say your name, Sarge.
I know it.
What is it?
It's the one who flew over the cuckoo's nest with Jack Nicholson.
Yep, top 25, yay or nay.
Oh crap! I'm gonna
You
say
You
yay.
got a 104 chance to get it right.
I'm gonna say yay.
Yeah, it's actually in the top 10. It got ranked the 9th best movie of all time.
Wow.
Yeah, if you guys
I've
haven't
never
seen
seen
it,
that movie.
watch it.
It won 5 Oscars and had 9 Oscar nominations. That's crazy. Yeah, it was a good movie.
It's actually an
Um,
awesome movie.
All right. The next movie up came out in. Let's do this one. This movie came out in 1981. It is part of a series. I can't read that because that'll give it away. Part of a series. So it's the sequel. It's the second in the series. What's something I can tell you? It's an archaeology professor.
Oh, I think I know this.
Crispy.
Who was first?
Sorry.
I think Sarge was. He had his hand up first.
What is it, Sarge?
It was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
Yep.
I was gonna say I didn't know the sequel, but I was gonna say Indiana Jones too.
No,
With Han
it's
Solo.
not. It's not the
No?
Temple of. It's
Crispy.
not the Temple of Doom.
Oh wait, no.
No, it had to be
Crispy.
bacon.
Crispy.
Bacon.
Yeah.
Bacon.
It's bacon.
It's I can't think of the sequel, but I know it's Indiana Jones.
Uh-huh.
Indiana Jones. What was the second one?
Yeah, it had. I know the first one, second one, and the third one.
Well, they have them out of order, so that is not on you, because the second one was the Temple of Doom, and I questioned that myself. But they have the series out of order, so we're going to scratch that one.
Ark.
It was Raiders of the Lost Ark, which was the first one, so it doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense that they said that was the second one in the series.
What?
Yeah, so I don't know how
That's what I
accurate
was thinking too. I'm like, well, Raiders of the Lost Ark is the only other
was
one.
first. Yeah,
Who put this list together?
IMDb.
apparently, the
Isaiah.
yeah, right. All right, let's go to this one. Let's go to this movie. Came out in 1994. Two men
Oh, goodness.
bond over a number of years, finding solace and eventual redemption through
Sarge.
acts of common decency.
Sarge,
Yes, Sarge.
is it Birdcage?
It is not The Birdcage.
Ah,
94.
The movie came out in 94. It was nominated for 7 Oscars and did not win one.
I'm gonna take a shot at this one.
Yes, sir.
Is it a grumpy old man?
No.
Oh, that was a good one.
That was a good guess, though.
What was
Yeah.
the caption again?
Caption. Came out in 1994. Two men bond over a number of years, finding solace and eventual redemption through acts of common decency.
decency.
And I will tell you that part of the name of the movie was in that clue.
Oh, Sarge. If I
Let's see if Big B or Crispy come up with something
Yep.
first, then I'll give it to you. I'll read it one more time.
Yeah.
Two men bond over a number of years, finding solace and eventual redemption through acts of common decency.
Oh, I'm drawing a blank right now because I had 2 movies in mind, and that, yeah.
Okay, one more clue. See if you guys can pull that out, and I'll give you a half a point.
Redemption.
one of the actors is married to Susan Sarandon.
That doesn't help me whatsoever.
I don't know.
Yeah, if Sarge just got it, let him have it.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Is it Decent Exposure?
No, it's not. The name of the movie is the Shawshank Redemption.
I was thinking
Oh,
that too. God damn. Oh my
No,
God. I was
no.
going to say that.
Hey,
I had
I had-
redemption in my head. I'm trying to think of every movie that had redemption in it.
Yep. So,
I have a
and I will
confession
tell.
on that.
Yeah.
I never seen that movie.
That is a great movie.
I don't
Well,
think
I will
I've
tell
seen
you.
that one either.
I will tell you you should watch it because it got ranked the number 2 best movie of all time
By this expert.
by this so-called expert who didn't
But,
know. Yeah. So, just saying.
All right.
This movie came out in 1980. It's about the life of a boxer,
Oh,
and his violence and temper led him to the top in the ring and destroyed his life outside of it.
Oh my gosh, I know this. It's on the tip of my tongue. It just won't.
not that. It's something else.
Pass.
It can't be.
I'm going for it. Sarge,
Go ahead, Sarge.
Sarge.
is it Rocky?
It's not Rocky.
Okay, that's what I was going to say too. And I
I
just,
was just
You're,
thinking
you're
that.
welcome,
All right.
guys.
All right, here we go. Let's give another clue. See if someone else can get this. It stars Robert De Niro,
Oh.
Joe Pesci,
Oh.
oh, God
I'm
dang
drawing
it.
such a blank right now.
I am too. And I've seen this
I,
movie.
I don't think I've seen the movie, but I think I've seen like clips of it. No.
I think I might know.
The
no?
movie's named after a boxer too. It's
It was directed by Martin Scorsese.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
God dang it.
Directors don't impress me much.
Here, I'll read some more. So, when Jack LaMotta steps into the boxing ring and obliterates his opponent, he's a prize fighter. But when he treats his family and friends the same way, he's a ticking time bomb.
I think I've heard
Sarge.
it. Crispy.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
go
Go
with
ahead.
Crispy. Go with Crispy. I already
Crispy.
answered.
Raging Bull.
Crispy.
Raging Bull.
Crispy, I'll give it to you. You got it. It's Raging Bull.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is it in the top 25?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
No.
Actually, it is. It's ranked number 4.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is.
I didn't think it was that great of a
I
movie, to
am-
be honest.
IMDb.
IMDb. Yeah.
Are you? Wow. I want to know this expert's credentials.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that too. Here's one. Let's do this one. This movie came out in 1982. Okay.
Okay.
A troubled child summons the courage to help a friendly non-Earth being to escape from Earth to
Crispy.
his home planet.
Crispy.
Oh,
Crispy.
Yeah, Crispy.
Sorry.
E.T.
Sorry.
Crispy got its ET.
Man, I was gonna say Star Wars. Oh,
I was going to say Never Ending Tale.
And yes, it's in
Oh,
the top
never
25.
ending story.
Yeah, that one.
You're
that
right.
had to be tough.
You're right, Crispy. It's number 22. of all time.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
I thought
All
that
right,
would be
let's-
higher.
I thought so
Right.
too.
I want to know what number one is.
E.T. No, it's a cool fact about E.T. It's actually he's actually in Star Wars.
He is.
He
There's actually a whole
is?
bunch of them.
Yep.
All right.
I didn't
Okay.
know that.
This one, I think, if Sarge or Crispy get this one, that's game.
All right, bring home the bacon, baby.
This movie came out in 1975.
Oh,
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
1975. It won 3 Oscars, and the caption of the movie is "The aging patriarch of an organized crime dynasty in post-war New York City transforms control of his empire to his reluctant
What the hell is the name
youngest
of that? I know
son."
it.
Sarge.
Sarge got it.
What you got,
Is it,
Sarge?
is it Godfather?
It is The Godfather.
Gosh dang it, that's it. I was gonna say it. Yeah, I couldn't think of it.
It is in the top 25.
Oh, it's gotta be.
It's
No.
actually ranked. It's actually ranked number 1.
Is it really?
The best
Wow.
movie of all
Nice.
time. It won 3 Oscars. It had 11 Oscar nominations. That's how good of a movie it was.
Say hello to my little friend.
That's Tony Montana.
That's Scarface.
Oh, that's
Tony
Scarface. Okay.
Montana. Come on.
No, I sound like Isaiah. My bad.
Just a friend.
That's right. So real quick, I will tell you the top 10 movies of all time according to this list. So The Godfather's number 1, Shawshank Redemption number 2, Schindler's List number 3.
Oh, yeah, that's a moving. That's a moving movie.
Raging Bull 4, Casablanca 5.
Never seen it.
What was
Citizen-
5?
Casablanca.
Oh, never seen it.
Yeah. Citizen Kane was number 6. Gone with the Wind at 7.
Frankly, dear, I don't give a damn.
Really?
Right. The Wizard
That was
The
a terrible
Wizard-
movie.
The Wizard of Oz at 8.
That's a good one. That's classic.
One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest at 9.
Never seen it.
Watch
And
it.
number 10, The Godfather Part 2.
Wow.
2 movies in the same trilogy that made the top 10. Those are great movies, by the way.
God,
if you
Star
haven't watched
Wars ain't up there.
them. Not in the top 10. Nope.
Yeah, I think Star Wars: The Empire Strikes Back is like one of the best sequels that was ever made.
Probably.
But The Godfather Part 2 actually got ranked the top sequel of all time. And some
According
people
to
say
this expert.
no. I've seen that multiple places. I've heard that some people think Godfather Part 2 is better than the original movie. So
Well, I think Major League 2 is better than Godfather 2, so fight that one.
It's kind of like saying car.
I love watching Major League and Major League 2 because you can like quote along with the movie. You know?
What, Major League
What's that?
3 doesn't get any?
No, Major League 3 is good, but I think the Major League movies are just some of the most quotable movies of all time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. What was James asking?
Where's
He's
the
asking-
Sound of Music.
It's in the top 100. I don't remember which one it was in the top 100.
A cool fact about Sound of Music, that was the first movie that used a so-called curse word actually in the movie, and it was the word damn. So
Yeah,
That's a curse word, really?
yeah, that's where
it was back then.
Yeah, back then it was because the husband says, "Frankly, dear, I don't give a damn," and I guess that was a huge thing back then.
Huh.
For sure. All right, let's go around the room. Let's start with Big B. Big B, give us say what you want to say.
Thanks for tuning in, watching us. Check us out. Of course, check out tomorrow with the guys at Oregon Cougar football. But check us out morning tailgate Sunday. Myself, Chris, mess around, and our good friend Tim Hendricks are over the big ocean there as we break down week number 5 of the NFL season.
It's crazy. It's always crazy how fast the NFL season goes. It's
I
just
know,
crazy.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Every other sport just drags on, and NFL
I know.
season gone in a blink.
All right, mess around. What you got?
Yeah, like Big B said, check us out tomorrow when you go to interview the Oregon women's football team. But no, I will not be getting burned by a receiver.
Crispy bacon, bringing home the bacon.
Yeah. No, just
Crispy or floppy?
Yeah.
Hard floppy.
Hard bacon, I guess. I don't know. Stay with the coast to coast. We got Oregon Cougars football tomorrow. The morning tailgate between the ropes. So just stay with coast to coast.
Don't forget nightcap with mess around.
You
Yeah, Sarge, what you got?
I got a lot of stuff.
Oh.
What do you guys got? Want?
Anything you want to share with the group?
Well, you know what? Next week is one of my favorite times of the year. Just to let you know, it is opening day for all of hunting season. So the Sarge and the Sporting's compound is trying to put together a hunting show. And I think I got a way how I can do it. So stay tuned with that one, and stay tuned to Coast to Coast, and definitely check out the Women's Football League with the Oregon Cougars. It's going to be awesome, and this season is going to be bigger and better than last year.
I agree. So this is J Mac for Big B Mess Around, Crispy Bacon, and Sarge. We're signing out for tonight, and I'll tell you what, we couldn't do this without you. Thanks for watching, listening. However, I don't want to miss anybody. Christy, Nathaniel, James, Rakarm, I hope I said that right, was here also. And let's see, we also had, there you go, Dodge Ram. And then we had out of Aussie Boys Hans. Trying to say that one right too. So anyway, thanks all for watching, listening. Lifelong dreams being lived in front of your very eyes. Catch us tomorrow, 10 a.m. Be there. We'll see you all on the other side.
Go Panthers.